What's good in the hood, YouTube? This is Crazy Sarah Master. I want to here bring another video. Today I'm bringing a video on the Power Rangers movie 2017. This is the non-spoilers review of the movie. Yes, I finally did get to see it. The reason why I'm posting this so late, for those that may be wondering, the main reason why I'm not posting it, later in the evening, but not this late, is mainly because I actually had to walk all the way back from the movie theater that I went to, and unfortunately that isn't close. So I had to walk quite some distance. Took me 2 hours practically, and so I'm really tired and it's late, but I still want to do this for you guys, and just in general I want to do this review because it was something else. But this is the non-spoilers one. I will also be doing a spoilers review as well for those that are interested in that. That will come as well shortly after. Anyway, I wanted to talk about the aspect of it, non-spoilers wise. So for starters, I just wanted to say it's a good. I really enjoyed the movie a lot. As a fan, but also as someone that is viewing it from both the perspective of a fan and also someone that maybe has no prior knowledge or maybe has little knowledge of the franchise itself, I did look at it from multiple perspectives. I didn't just view it from the perspective of someone that was a veteran, someone that had known about the franchise for years, which is obviously what I am. But at the same time, I tried to see it from that perspective. And I'll tell you this much right now: it's still a good movie. Is it something that kids will like? Sure. Is it something that adults will like? Definitely. I actually, when I went to the movies, there was probably about 40 some odd people there, and the majority of them, I think there was maybe 3 or 4 kids, and the rest of them were generally just adults. And they were laughing, having a good time. Sure, the kids definitely were laughing on a lot of the sillier humor, a lot more than the adults, but the adults definitely were laughing. That is something important to note. Do you have to be an expert on the franchise to be able to see this movie? Absolutely not. Most of the stuff is made directly then and there because a lot of the story is original. It's them taking their own spin on things because it is a reboot, and that's what's important to remember. I'm not spoiling anything, but that's what I want to make sure that you guys are aware of. It's not like there are things that are definitely similar or pretty much the same as what the original show was like, but in most cases it's there's a lot of originality in story and tale, and it's pretty fun. As far as cameos and references, well, more so references. Let's not get into cameos because then that is spoilers, if anything. But references. If you're wondering, are there references? Are they ones that are gonna be a problem for me as a viewer that maybe I'm not a big fan of the franchise and maybe I don't know as much? No. That's the thing. You will not have to worry about that being a problem. There are definitely references. And a good number of them, not necessarily every second or something like that, but there's a good handful or so that are prominent in the movie, which most cases really, I mean pretty much in all cases, if you don't know, then it doesn't hurt you, but if you know, then it, in other words, if you don't know, then you'll just kind of watch it and you'll still understand what's going on, but you won't understand why maybe a certain point or an idea that may have been mentioned is more significant than it may just seem. It may just seem like a statement and you made it yourself, and it probably means nothing, but in reality it might actually mean something. Does that mean that it means something that's a huge deal, that if you knew more about this that would help you? Sure, that could definitely change your perspective of things, but it's not essential. In other words, most of the stuff you could get away with not having any prior knowledge with and still have a general understanding of what's going on, but at the same time not know all the details that may really be hidden here. There are certain things that obviously if you knew more about, you would have an even better understanding of what was going on, but in most cases you can get by with just watching the movie and not having any prior knowledge, which is excellent. That's one of the things that's very important to keep in mind with a lot of this stuff, is that as a movie, when you do it off of a franchise, you want to make sure that franchise, that when you do a movie, people who aren't fans are still going to be able to love it, even if they're not, you know, experts in that show or series or whatever. And that's what's great. It doesn't create a problem there. As far as other things go, there is cursing. There is a good amount of it, but most cases there are several cases where they'll straight up say a curse, or in some cases they'll kind of like half say it and then sort of stop, which is sort of, so it kind of works. And it's not like they're saying like the F word, but they are saying a lot of other words that are curses. It's just that like that's a word that they never really said, period. But a lot of curses are used here and there, but in most cases it's done properly. It's not just like used non-stop and done for no reason at all. No, there's pretty much always a reason. Is this a movie that purists are gonna purists for the anybody think yourself purist? What's the purist? Purist people that are like larger than life fans that are like they want the movie to be exactly like the TV show are gonna like. Look, it's definitely different. Is it something that you'll like? I think so. I understand this now. It's different. It's not the same, but at the same time, it's a very interesting interpretation of things. And if you're expecting it to be exactly the same, sorry, but if you're expecting to see some interesting new stuff and also some older concepts that exist in the original show, then this is definitely something that you'll be looking forward to seeing. I just in general think that there was a lot of really great stuff. There were definitely things that I think weren't great, but I think in a lot of cases I feel like they did a lot of really smart things, but there were some blatant things that I felt like could have been done differently. I wouldn't say anything stood out to me as being like bad necessarily, but there were things that I wish could have been done better. Let's just say that much. So, I mean, personally for me, I enjoyed the movie a lot. It's a good length, it's over 2 hours easily, so you're definitely seeing a movie that's going to be on the longer side, but it's a good movie. There's a lot of great story to it, and it's just a lot of fun, and the humor is pretty solid. It's good for kids, it's good for adults. Even if you're a kid, you'll still like it. If you're an adult, you'll still like it, because and the reason why I say even if you're a kid is because the movie is PG-13. I saw kids that were much younger than that were going to this movie. Didn't really matter. They still had a good time. They were still laughing and having fun. And that's what's great, is that even if you're not someone that is necessarily the age that you're supposed to be, it's still enjoyable. The kids will enjoy it, and the adults will enjoy it too. There's enough humor here, and even if you're not a fan, you'll like it. And I'm just trying to stress those ideas because it is the case. It really is. It has a lot of really great acting. It has some great cast members. I mean, Elizabeth Banks, Bryan Cranston, and Bill Hader are these well-known actors. And then you have like the Five Rangers, which are maybe not as known, but are still very good at what they're doing. And there's a couple of other actors here and there that are noteworthy, like David Denman, who was in, I believe, The Office. But it's a pretty good mix of characters. It's a pretty good story, and a lot of originality, but at the same time a lot of connections to the actual show. And I love to know your guys' opinions. What do you guys think of it? Did you see the movie? If so, what did you think? Please remember though, this is the non-spoilers review, so I would really appreciate it to all of you if you choose to leave a comment in this video to talk about something related to it that isn't necessarily informing of what happens in the movie. So I don't want, preferably I'm going to release a spoilers review as well, which will be a great opportunity for all you fans that do want to talk about it and talk about like real details and stuff like that. Do it there. Don't do it here, because this is really where I'd rather see You know, if you're going to tell me like, oh, it was a great movie or things like that, fine. I just don't want it to be, I just would really be appreciative to all of you if you just kept it to like your feelings and maybe, you know, bigger opinions, but not opinions that necessarily unveil any real story behind the movie. That would be preferable. Do that for the spoilers review. I definitely want to hear your opinions though, because that's where I'm looking to have a pretty good talk with you guys, because it was something else. Again, I really, really enjoyed it as a fan, and also as someone that was seeing it as just a movie viewer. Love to know your opinions. Please remember to like, comment, subscribe. Check out my Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram. Please remember now, this has been like roughly 2 years plus in the making of me waiting for this thing. Keep in mind, back during Power Morphicon in 2014, this movie was announced. It's now 2017 March. I have been posting about this stuff nonstop. Now, don't get me wrong, I don't have like 500 videos, but I have like 60 some odd videos talking about all the different progression steps, talking about the whole progression that occurred during the movie. And oddly enough, a lot of the rumors that I ended up finding out were pretty much right. That's one of the things that I found very funny, but I'm not going to go into that now, but I'm just saying, pretty interesting. So please remember to like, comment, subscribe. Tell me what you guys think. Have you seen the movie? Are you planning on going to see the movie? What are your thoughts? For those that are interested in seeing the spoilers review, that will be out probably very shortly after this, maybe a few minutes or something. So please remember to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys then. Goodbye, guys.